And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got baseball coming up for Jackie Robinson Day. It's the New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Chris, today a special day on the Major League Baseball calendar, Jackie Robinson Day. Everyone on the field wearing number 42 to honor Jackie and his breaking of the professional baseball color barrier in 1947 with the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Well, Boog, it's a great day for everyone in terms of just the unity that it helped to bring forth within our country, and a lot of times that's done through sport. But for me, as a black player, when I think about Jackie Robinson and I think about the connection of such a great player and all of the adversity that he had to endure, baseball's hard enough just to play, but then everything sort of on the field, off the field, and how he persevered through that, so inspiring.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set now, and on the hill, Bowden Francis.
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year, a sub 350 ERA, and guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub twos, they're dominating, but when you can have that kind of consistency, you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, good season last year, opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
Anthony Volpe leading things off and takes a strike.
First pitch, 7:07.
Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
This one in the air, center field. Straw has a beat on it. He's got it. One down. Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees. All right, Singy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. One out, base is empty. And strike two.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Clobber to right field, way back, gone. He flexes his power with that swing, his 4th home run of the season, and they jump out front. It's 1-0.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Base is empty, one away. Brett Myers stepping in now for the Yankees. That one's upstairs, ball one. Ball one.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count even at
1
1.
strike.
That one in there across the letters.
1 ball.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Way outside, and the count is 2-2. And downstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
So now 3-2, and he walked him.
Trying to work his way back into the count right there, but so much for that. Pretty good pitch, but just doesn't get the call on 3-0.
Here is Aaron Judge. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Man at first, 1 away. Francis throws over, and he's back in there.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
And the righty deals. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a pitch out, but no steal, and it's ball 2. One run across in the frame so far here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Not in time. He's safe.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Breaking ball inside. And it's 1-0.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
And another ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Runners at the corners, 1 away. And we're just getting started here in the top of the first. Next pitch is outside. Left-hand hitter waits. That one ripped. Could be extra bases. 1 run is in. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt. 3 hits last night, so he was a big factor in getting that win. Just off the outside edge. 1-0.
No strike.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
One ball,
I think he was
one
sitting
strike.
off speed there.
Next pitch misses way outside.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
In the air out towards right center. Brings it in. Both runners tagging. The relay throw. And he's in there as a run scores.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Now the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. That's down and in.
Counts 1-0.
Up the middle, gets to it with a slide. Throw to first, it's there, and that's a great play. 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 a solo shot. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. Yankees 3 and the Blue Jays coming up. Back now in Toronto. And on the mound in this one, Max Fried. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So you know, more times than not, when he's on the bump, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. he wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Bouncer to second. Over to Goldie. One gone, bottom half of the first. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Ernie Clement.
Well, he's been a very consistent performer this year. And, man, when you look up and you're in the top 5 in batting average in the American League, tell you what, that raises your level of confidence to keep it going and try to finish in that picture or maybe at the very top. He's been spraying the balls all over the yard. We're going to keep our eyes on him in this one.
One down, base is empty. And it's fouled away. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-2. Now a fly ball to right center. Bellinger sizing it up. And it's caught for the out.
Batting third, the first baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now.
Jr.
Just missed. 2 outs, base is empty. Bounce to the left side. Fires over to first. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Blue Jays go down in order. They trail it here 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second. In now is the Yankees DH, Jesus Sanchez. And a pitch. And a base hit into right. And the leadoff man aboard.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. And, man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing.
Number 42 in the box now. No balls and a strike. Check swing, and he held up. Ed Drummond behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Maybe one of the most respected umpires around the league.
He's not the kind of umpire that you're likely to notice back there. And that can be a huge compliment, really. So if you're just kind of quietly doing your job, staying consistent with your calls, hitters, pitchers, managers, even fans, they're all going to appreciate you. Ed Drummond, he's that kind of umpire.
And the right-hander deals. Swing and a miss. He swung over top of the curveball. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch and break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Volpe batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
The punch out there, and there are 2 down.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Boots it. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. One left for the Yankees, but they lead it 3-0. Back here at Rogers Center, bottom of the second. Anthony Santander at the plate. Fried, 30 years old now, and he won a Gold Glove in 2022. Fried back to work. There's a strike.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Bo Bichette stands in now and watches strike one. That's in there. And the count is 0-2.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And down on strikes. And now 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. That one's in there. And that is strike one. Yankees up by 3. Bottom half of inning number 2. That one fouled off. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. And they're chipping away. It's 3-1. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in a spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
So 2 away with nobody on. And now the right fielder. There's a strike. Two down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Out there to center. Bellinger makes the play, and it's out number 3. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. On to the 3rd inning, and stepping in for the Yankees, Brett Myers.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there. He owns the home plate area.
And the 0-1. And a foul ball.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His third inning, so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
That one in the dirt,
and
that's ball 1. Wouldn't chase that time. 2-2. Ripped on the ground to second. Jimenez throw to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder,
Aaron Judge at the plate. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power.
That's right. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Fastball for a strike. 1 down, base is empty.
Ball, that's out.
Clips the outside corner. It's 2-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Got him. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Bellinger up to hit. He doubled home a run in his first AB. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Offense held in check there. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. Yankees 3 and the Blue Jays 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Leading off, Leo Jimenez. A wind of the pitch. And a swing and a miss.
Well, he left that changeup up. Got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Line drive. Oh, he gloves it.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And that one fouled off. The Blue Jays down by a pair here in the last half of the third. And it's even up. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Look out!
Boom, that got him.
And it hit him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. He's 0 for 1. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Swing and a foul straight back.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Get out of town. That one felt good. Third home run of the season, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 3-3.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
And here is Miles Straw. Right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Fouled off. He was late. Up the middle. Sends it to first. Just got him on that one.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Grounded out his first time.
Ball
Missed
one.
with a changeup. Ball one. Strike one.
1-1.
2 outs. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Tied up here in the early going. Two down, nobody on. Struck him out looking. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. We're tied now with 3 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And we're back as we go to the top of the 4th. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. The wind of the pitch. That one's in there. Strike one.
You know, these Yankees doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Ground ball, left side. Clement over to first. 1 up, 1 down.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman Oswaldo Cabrera. And it goes just foul. Now the 0-1. And a good eye there. All tied up, top half of inning number 4. There's a line drive to left field. He dives but can't hang on. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting,
Jesus Sanchez stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Outside. Ball 1. Righty delivers. Top of the zone for a called strike. Cabrera leads off first with 1 away. The 1-2. And another ball. Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Number 42 in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Late on that fastball.
1-1.
2 outs. In the air, right field. He's got it. And that is out number 3. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. All tied up at 3 apiece. Back now in Toronto. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander. The pitch. Right through there for a strike.
Well, these Jays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss. If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
And there's a foul ball. Next pitch is outside. One down, base is empty. Breaking ball inside. And the count's even at 2. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Not even close there. And the count's full. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it on to first, and it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout.
Well, that's such a critical pitch in terms of execution right there. The pitcher has to finish it. Otherwise, probably gets hit pretty hard. If you leave that out over the plate or you don't get it down enough, quickly turns into something that gets smoked. But if you can place it where he did, it's a really deceptive pitch.
Next to hit, Ernie Clement.
0-1.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and that gives him the lead. It's 4-3. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Now it's the right fielder. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Wouldn't chase that time. Fried, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Bounced up the middle, and that one handled. Jump throw. In time. Got him. And that'll do it. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 4-3 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back at the ballpark here on Jackie Robinson Day. All set for the start of the inning. And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Francis back to work. Fly ball down the line. Santander in pursuit. 1 away.
Woo, He was all over that first pitch fastball,
Now
just
batting.
barely
Second
missed it.
baseman.
Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Chisholm Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. He's already homered here in this one. And that one hammered. And it one-hops the wall. And the tying runs at second base with a double. And now Brett Myers, third baseman, playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. First pitch misses. One out and a runner at second, and we're at the top of the fifth. Swung on, belted. That's back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tags at second, and he gets to third safely, moving up on the flyout, and there are two gone. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge, 1 for 2. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Singy, every year on April 15th, we celebrate Jackie Robinson Day for his courage, his leadership, and how he forever changed the game of baseball and all of sports. It's great to see everyone wearing the same number on a day like today. Two outs.
Yeah, it makes it hard for us as broadcasters to call out who's making the play. But with that said, what a special day in baseball, and I'll take it every year.
And the pitch. And another ball. Cody Bellinger waiting to hit for the Yankees.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
And ball 4, and Judge takes his walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
So 2 down. Here's Cody Bellinger. 1 for 2 with an RBI double back in the first. In the air, left side. Fair ball. To third. Not in time. He's safe as a run scores on the play, and that ties the game.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Bowden Francis won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Jacob Barnes.
Number 42.
Well, at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. Bounce to third. Clement fires across the diamond, and they get Goldschmidt for the out. They limit the damage here. Yankees strike for a run on the RBI double. It's now tied 4-4. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shambi with my buddy Chris Singleton. And set to get us started. Bottom 5. Leo Jimenez. The pitch. On the ground to third. Over to Goldie. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the catcher.
Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Hit by a pitch his first time up. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. Kirk, a former All-Star, 25 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. Tied at 4. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And now the lefty gets a piece and stays alive. The wind to kick the pitch. On the ground, Cabrera. On to first. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, second baseman, Andres.
Here's Andres Jimenez. He's already homered in this game. There's a strike.
0-1's the count.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone. 0-2 now. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The 0-2. Stays alive. Two down, nobody on. He goes down looking. Down in order go the Blue Jays. This game's all tied at 4. Back here at Rogers Center, top 6. Here's the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. And here it comes. And that one fouled off. Misses off the inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's a little bit low.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
And now it's even up.
2-2 count.
Tied at 4. In the dirt. Full count now. Ground ball up the middle, and that one finds its way through.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Now at the plate, Jesus Sanchez. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Way back there. Say goodbye to that one. A 2-run homer, and now they're out in front. It's 6-4. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, such a good chance that it's going to hook foul, but not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
Digging in, number 42.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning. You know, these Yankees, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And next for New York, Anthony Volpe. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Next offering is in for a strike.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
And that one goes straight to the backstop. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. And he deals.
3-2.
Hard hit left side. Zips it across. That's out number one. And a run comes in to score.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Brendan Little taking over on the mound.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
And up next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
And now the big-time power threat, Brett Myers. A switch hitter batting right. Missed with a changeup, and that is ball one.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Here's a 1-1. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Straw has a beat on it. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And he moves up to third. Now 2 away. It's Aaron Judge now.
Right fielder, Aaron Judge.
Just missed. Ball finds the corner. And 1-1. And another ball.
1 strike.
Just
Inside, ball
missed.
3.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. And a hitter's count.
Cody Bellinger on deck for the Yankees. The pitch. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Two outs. Got him. Good job at damage control right there. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Yankees 7, the Jays 4. Bottom of the inning. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Miles Straw. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And that is in for a strike. 0-1.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
And it finds its way through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting, first baseman, Vladimir
Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Straw gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. A gigantic blast. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 7-6. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Anthony Santander. Ball one there.
Ball one, no strike.
Now 1-1.
This isn't a pitcher that softens up when he starts to show signs of fatigue. I mean, his stuff stays sharp. Makes these at-bats more difficult than they normally would be against other pitchers at this stage of the game.
The Yankees up by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Just misses with that one.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And another ball. Bo Bichette on deck for the Blue Jays. Got him swinging.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Foul ball there. The Yanks leading by a run here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swings through that one out in front that time.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
In there at the knees. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
That's a strike across the top of the zone. Two down, nobody on. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The lefty fires. On the ground, right side. Chisholm. That's the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. And the home team down a run. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. We go to the top of the
Leading off
7th,
the Yankees.
and now the center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger.
As the lefty gets to work.
Ball
And
one.
takes low for ball 1. And that
Oh,
one
that's
missing low. And a pitch. Line drive, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Paul Goldschmidt. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Sizes this one up. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, first baseman, Oswaldo.
And next for New York,
Cabrera.
Oswaldo Cabrera. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. Not
one ball,
close
one
with
strike.
that one. And the count is 1-1. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. And makes the play, and that's out number 3.
Now
Luke
pitching for
Weaver
New York.
will take over here.
Number
He last
42.
pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. And now the right
Leading
fielder.
up for the Jays, the right fielder, David Snyder.
And a pitch. Right through there for a strike.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there,
No
but
ball,
left the
2
bat on
strikes.
his shoulder.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Foul ball still 0-2. At the belt and fires. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch
Now
out.
batting,
Yeah,
the
it just does
designated
so
hitter,
much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Jimenez in the
0-1.
box now. Takes strike 1. Next
One ball,
pitch is in the
2
dirt,
strikes.
and the count is 1-2. Good
That's
eye
ball
in that
2.
spot.
2-2 the count.
In the air, foul off first. Drifts towards it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, catcher, Alejandro.
And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Right through there for a strike. Strike 2.
0-2.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. Down a run and a tight one. It's 7-6. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th.
Number
Nick
42.
Sandlin.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score.
The designated hitter, Jesus Sanchez.
Right where it is.
And a pitch. Sanchez leading things off and takes a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch you'll see in this at-bat to hit.
That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Clement drifts towards it, and there's one down.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher.
Here's the catcher. 1 for 3.
Right.
Sandlin in his 5th season, 27 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2018. 0-1. Bases empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 8th. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. 2 away now.
Ball's just not carrying the first tonight.
Now batting.
Now, you would actually say that to your teammate in the dugout.
No, I'm not that cruel. But someone would say it to me, and I'm sure it's probably been said before.
Volpe, the next to hit, takes outside. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Tommy Nance up and loosening in the pen. Green getting cranked up as well. The shortstop takes a ball. That's a strike. Right-handed reliever. That one finds the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Next offering is down low. Two down, nobody on. On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. Outside, and that is ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Runner at first with 2 away. Now the number 2 hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Strike 1. And there's a ball.
1-0.
Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike. Runner takes off. That's a base hit. Volpe round second on his way to third. Headed for the plate. The relay. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Textbook defensive execution right there. Outfielder hits the cutoff man. Relay throw to the plate. A perfect strike and a great way to end the inning.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Fernando Cruz.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Here comes a pitch. Hit hard but foul off to the left. Next pitch in the dirt. And it's a ball and a strike.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
And another ball.
That's a really good take.
Goes down looking.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Straw stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. One down, base is empty. That one misses. Now 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
That one is absolutely belted. And it hits the fence. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
One down. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. getting ready to hit. And that one fouled off. So the tying run at second. Out to short. Volpe gets it to first. There to beat him by an eyelash.
A couple of pitches and a quick out.
The left fielder,
Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Swings and misses. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Ground ball to the right side. And foul ball.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to happen with 2 strikes.
And that just misses.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Tommy Nance.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into
the left fielder, Brett
the game.
Meyer.
The pitch. Myers,
Counts 1-0.
the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Next offering is downstairs. Just missed. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
And there's the automatic. Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. He doesn't have a play, and he reaches safely.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And a swing and a miss.
0-1.
Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Fair ball. Myers around second, headed for third. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here comes Cody. Bellinger.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
On the ground to short to Jimenez.
Yes, you're out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Paul Goldschmidt stepping in now for the Yankees. And a pitch out, but nothing going on. Bellinger at first, 1 gone. Wouldn't chase that time. Nance picks over. Bellinger dives back.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
The 2-1. Popped up. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, third baseman, Oswaldo.
Man at first. And up next for New York, Oswaldo Cabrera. And a foul ball. Move to first. And he's back in standing. 1 run across in the frame so far here at the top of the 9th. And that's down and away.
1 ball, 1 strike.
This one high in the air to left center. Straw getting an angle on it. And that is that. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Yankees 8 and the Blue Jays 6. Now into the game, Cameron Eden. He takes over in right.
Number 42.
Devin Williams on the pitch here.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And now for the Jays, Bo Bichette.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
The pitch. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Hey, look, we'll see how it factors in. I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the 9th means. I mean, just such a big difference mentally when you're chasing 2 runs instead of 1.
And a foul ball. And now 1 and 2. Next offering misses down and away.
2-2 the count.
That one 95 to finish him off. He's 2 outs away. Ernie Clement, the next to hit.
Clement.
There's the strike. Foul ball. One down, base is empty. On the ground, right side, and that chance handled. Over to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Davis.
Now it's the right fielder. That one a little bit high, and it's 1-0. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. They're down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that'll do it.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
Final score of 8-6 in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Our final line score tonight,